Alright, here we go. Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode 380. We are here reviewing Kamen X Super Sentai Chou Superhero Tension. This is actually the final Tension movie released. And this movie came out 7 years ago. Which makes... This is actually correct here in this part. This is the second to most recent film I have ever seen. And the most recent one I watched, that's not as old as any movies, it was the 10th anniversary for Go Ranger. This movie is a crossover between Q Ranger and X-Aid. More like, you watch this movie and it's more like an X-Aid movie guest starring everybody else. Because that's what it seems like. So, the movie starts out... Now, I thought this was kind of weird. The fact that this was, like, supposedly it's on Earth, and they're in South Korea. Now, we see this guy play a video game, all of a sudden the game starts attacking people. And the Q Rangers are in orbit. I thought this was kind of weird. Yeah, because we see the cast of X-Aid here. And one member of Super Sentai in this movie. You're thinking, wait a minute. If this is set after this movie set episode 6, like, why isn't there, like, the deliberation wasn't complete? Not yet. There's no mention of it yet. And, okay, so they form the Megazord, fight this flying saucer from this old video game from the 80s, which came in 83. They do a fighting, and their attacks do nothing to it. So, and then we see, like, the debut, like, first time I've seen these characters. We see the cast of X-Aid here. They mentioned Haru. I'm thinking, wait, is O's here? No, it's basically the star of X-Aid. It's the guy who is X-Aid. Why I read X-Aid is more of a medical style Kamen series. I like Wizard. I enjoyed his scenes in the previous Tension movie, and when I saw him in the 4Z movie. Aid does not seem interesting to me at all, because I haven't seen the series at all. So I'm like, who the heck are you? And then we see somebody from a series I haven't watched yet for Sentai, and that being, well, I've seen the suit before, but okay, this is Amu. The Zauger. Yeah, those of you... Okay, I will review this one in the future. Don't worry about that. This team is... I kid you not. It is the previous team before this one. And... So, they mentioned the place has been destroyed. Somewhat. Yeah, and it's implied was these, whatever these things are. And, of course, we see she's this higher girl, because she's got a tail. And, of course, they do examine her. Like, this is my introduction to her, so I don't know who she is. At least she's an interesting character. I like her better than X-Aid. I kind of wish she had more to do except just standing around and doing nothing. She transforms like twice the whole movie. I mean, it's interesting to see a white tiger ranger in the franchise. I think this is the first one since Gao Ranger. Yes. Yep. And then we see another character from X-Aid. This is Poppy. Now, I think she's a fun character. Like, she comes out of a video game, and then she wears this outfit. It's like, oh, she explains what these people are. And, like, oh, Sentai. Okay. And then they go outside, and then the Kira Megazord tries to steal Poppy. You're like, why the heck are they trying to steal Poppy for? Because they think she's suspicious, and she might know what the heck is going on. Actually, she kind of knows what's going on, but not really. So then, of course, they transform, like, oh, you're Super Sentai. I get them kind of knowing, but how the heck do these team know these are Kamen Riders? No, seriously, Lucky identifies them as Kamen Riders, despite the fact that they've never met before. They're in completely different timeline. And they fight each other. It's like, oh, I want to fight a Kamen Rider. And then, for some strange reason, the game's actually more things show up. And then we have various people from Sentai. We see what looks like to be an old version of Kamen Rider Brave. That's a character from X-Aid. We also see it looks like to be like Gokai Red. Yeah, we see like various. I think no, it wasn't Gokai. I think I saw looks like Mega Red, and clearly the actor is not here because these actors characters from the game. And then, well, they formulate a plan, and of course Lucky says, "Oh yeah, we'll let you guys deal with it." And then they disappear for the rest of the movie. Yes, the Carry. You think, oh, X had a team with them, not this team. Nope, they would end up teaming up with Negaray and Balance, who get slightly more to do than the actual Rangers. So, Amu goes into the game with Poppy to find out, and also find out apparently like this game was created by this kid who apparently has heart condition, who died a few years prior to it. Apparently did win this game a few years prior to of this movie. And created this game, Chou Superhero Tension, which is interesting to say the least. So they go in, and then she fights. She goes in like, oh, there's a battle sequence going on, and she fights Stronger. Yes, Kamen Rider Stronger. Except his actor's not there. And the reason is because his actor died 5 years before this movie came out. So, yeah, beats him, and then Amazon shows up. Yes. Though I'll get more to him when he fights. And then Kiru Go shows up. Like, I'll help you. And then, of course, they luckily work together. So XA is brought into the game. Participate in a freaking Mortal Kombat style team tournament. Where he has to pick his 4 other Go Riders. So, who does he pick? First one he picks is Kamen Rider Dano. And of course, seriously, I have not watched Dano, but I love the guy's suit. I love the way the guy moves. Like, basically, everything about this guy seems awesome. And I can't wait to watch his series. And then for Blue, they bring in Aru Ninja, basically the Blue Ninja Ranger from Ninja Ranger. And like, oh, let's bring in my sensei, Tsubasa, from Magi Ranger, except it's him and it's not. It's his actor playing his character from Go Busters. Yes, I thought this was interesting. Like, I didn't expect to see Beat Buster here. And like, okay, oh yeah, get this guy from Kamen Rookie. Yes. So Team X-Aid is made up at this point of X himself, Aru Ninja, Kamen Zolda, who is from Rookie, Beal Buster, and here's the thing. Momoteros, aka Dano, he's considered a Pink Ranger because he has pink in his name. Also, when he's briefly put away, we actually see briefly the Pink Tokuger. Yes, we see her. I thought that was kind of funny. And the other ones pop up here, I thought that was really, really weird. So, then they have their first fight, and it's against Die Ranger. I thought that was interesting. They beat them, and then we see Team All Blue, Rider All Blue, which is made up of Deno Ride Form, which is a character, yeah, he did pop before. He's also from Dano. We also see, well, Eiji Hano from O's. Yeah, his form anyways. We see Wizard, Water Style, Diane from Decade, Getlock from, I think he is, he is from Kabuto. I know I haven't seen. And if I get sent to all red with name of Battle Japan, Dyna Red, Ninja Red, Magi Red. Yep, he appears in the movie, the transfer. And Shuriken Red. And here are their team. This might surprise you. Team Women, Electric Wave Human Tackle, a woman who's dead in the Kamen Rider series. Hurricane Blue, Kamen Rider Bravo. You only see people fight, but it's really interesting. Kamen Rider Bravo is from Glem. And the woman is 40 years old. We also see Go On Yellow. I'm like, that's interesting. Then Kamen Rider Merca. Who is she from? Gem as well. Here are their teams. Team Flying. Edgy's Tetra Combo form. Kamen Rider Knight. Who's also from Reiki as well. Skyrider. Yes, believe it or not, Skyrider is here. And yes, his actor is still alive. Yep. Yes, he is. He is still very much alive. Like, kind of surprised to see him here too. Abra Yellow. From Abba Ranger. And Penta Ranger from Zoo Ranger. Team High Speed. Red Turbo from Turbo Ranger. Kamen Rider Drive Type Formula. Go On Green. Another Heiji. And Pink Racer. Team Detective. Kamen Rider Exo. And where is he from? Kamen Rider W. G3X. Agato. Denzi Green. Deca Yellow. And Heart Queen. Team Card. Spade Ace. Gosei Blue. Kamen Rider Lingo. Who is from Kamen Rider Blade. Kamen Rider Odin. And he is from Rookie. Decade himself. Team Insect, with the name of Kamen Rider Wild Chance. Chalice, who's also from Blade. V3, The Bee. You're thinking, who the heck is The Bee? He is from Kabuto. Cow Range, I believe that's from Hurricaneger. Yep. Let's see. Magi Pink. Team Ninja. ZX. Yep, he's here. Actually, he was briefly on screen here as part of a tournament for this movie. Yeah. Though technically his previous appearance before this very movie was, get this. Okay, you're gonna love this. So, his last appearance part of this very movie, was not listed. I think because basically just with brief appearance. There is Ninja Blue, who is from Kaku Ranger, Shurikenger, the original one, Yellow Mask, and Momo Ninjanger from Ninjanger. Team Dandy, Kamen Rider Hibiki, who was the star of the show. Kamen Rider Skull, who is from Kamen Rider W. Warzone Fire from Magi Ranger, Brave Kamen Blue, and Signal Man. Team Jiro, Black. Yep. Iza, who is from Kiva. Shuriken Gold, Ginga Blue, Ghost of Night. Team Takua, made up of Team Faz from Kamen Rider 5's, whose main character in the series, Magi Blue, Kamen Rider Double, 4Z, Gem. Well, this is Armored Ranger, our Rider Gem. It's not the main one. We'll get to him. Team Gem made up of the main character who X-A has got issues with him when he fights him. It's like, oh no, it's Gem. Because apparently he knows him. Apparently, I don't know if they go along. I haven't seen their cross movie. Kamen Rider Spectre, who is from Kamen Rider Ghost. Rider Rugen from Kamen Rider Gem. And Mo Ranger, the Red Pink Ranger. Team Resurrection. Interesting name. We have Hyuga, basically the Black Knight from Gingaman. Toku 2 from Tokuger. The second Kamen Rider Man. It's a good thing to feature him because basically his actor's dead too. Kamen Match, who is basically he's from Kamen Drive. Chou Heroes. Kamen Laser, who is from X-Aid. Yes. Daniel Gunform, which is basically one of the other members, one of the people in the series. Magi Red, Shuriken Blue, Boken Pink. I'll get that. Strongest Raider team made up of Ghost Mugen Damashi, who is from Ghost. I think that's the main character. Yep, main character. Drive Type Toradon, who is from Drive. He is also the main protagonist of his. Rookie Survive, who is the main protagonist of Rookie. Agato Burning Form. It's Agato himself. Who he's the reason why I basically got bored with the series. Decade Complete Form. Yes, another decade. Yep. Strongest Sentai team. Gokai Red. Red Buster. Kairo Red Carnival. Hyper Toku 1-2 and Aka Ninja. These guys pop up later. Other heroes. Of course, Amazon Stronger. Brave. Snipe. Panther DX. Who the heck is this guy? Oh, he's from XA. True Brave. Yeah, this is actually the debut of this character, and this will be sadly his only appearance. Of course, gold and pink. Yeah. So they fight these teams, and then they get a battle, which of course he wins, and then they have to beat the final battle. Of course, so they with this kid, and they go, and then they go to the real world, and then we have the Team X. They became the Go Riders, which is a combination of suits-wise of the original Kamen Rider suit and the 5 Go Riders from Go Ranger. And 7 Sentai vehicles and Kamen Rider vehicles. You have Daniel riding his train. Somebody is piloting the Gokai Galleon, which I'm not sure who's doing that. Excuse me. They have a few other vehicles here. And of course they take down the spaceship, and then congratulations, you unlocked the bonus stage, where here is the return of Shocker. Except this is a combination of villains from Shocker, from Kamen Rider, and Sentai. And here are your members from Kamen Rider. We have Androgenesis, which is the spaceship from it's X8. From Shocker, we have the new Shocker leader, Shocker Leader 3rd. And this actually is his debut appearance. He does return after this in a few other movies. We also have the return of Ambassador Hell in his monster form, which I believe this actually was his first appearance since the previous Tension movie. Let's see. Okay, last time he appeared was actually in Kamen Rider 1. They also remember the Combat Man for Shocker. Space Inca Devil, which is a cyborg of Dr. Depp's character from Rich Shocker. Overlord Ives. That's the character who's the... They bring it from Ruddy, who is the main antagonist of Gleam. Paradox Rodiman, who is... He is from Drive. Okay, so then while he's trying to get to the people, and then of course he had X back in the game, and then he fights stuff against Amazon. And Amazon. These are the Amazons from Kamen Amazons, the web show. Yep, making their first appearance in an actual Kamen series. Yeah, and he's like, what? Why is there three Amazons? Because they're from that series. Those who don't know what Kamen Amazons is, it's a reboot of Kamen Amazons. I will discuss in the future over that. It's on my list. Yes, also Go Raiders on there too, except that's going to be, I'm not sure when we review that. I might review that with X8 because basically it's really short, it's like 3 episodes, so I might do that with X8. Yep. Yeah, and they also have Bat Amazon appears here, who's from the Kamen Amazon series. Interesting having going villains there. From Sentai! They're bringing Black Cross King here in his final ever Sentai appearance. Yes, this very movie is his final appearance. He never returns after this. Sadly. Yeah, this would be technically his last appearance. This was first appearance since the first Tension movie, but yeah, it is technically his final appearance. Representing the glass is the Burglars. Not technically their final appearance. This was the first appearance since, well, this is the first time they appeared since the Tia movie with Kyuranger. They had the villains from Kyuranger here, Tokyuger, Ninjanger, and there's a group of people called the Death Galleons. Death Galleons from Zoologer, which of course the team does show up here. And like, oh, you're all alive? Yeah, but your actor's not here because they weren't available. The Kabuki Army Corps, they're the main villains of Ninjanger. Yep. The Eel Shaman line, which actually is from Tokyuger. Neo-Do Armor with the main villains of Kyuranger. Yep. So battle them, and then of course, then we have the two Braves fight each other in the game world. Also, we have this funny bit here where like XA becomes bulky and like he keeps punching walls. Like, wait, and then Amber's like, "What are you doing?" Oh, I basically I've beaten a lot of beat up games, and I know it's probably because it's a game, so he knows there's a special item, and he just finds it, and get this, he gets it down to 1 HP. So what does he do? He transfers their HP to him, and they get his HP. And that's beat the Amazons. And they beat other dark versions of characters. They beat the Dark Trio. Dark Kabuto, Dark Drive, and Dark Ghost. Yeah, basically these are evil versions of these characters. Yep. And of course, they try to use the thing outside the world. And the villains basically. And of course, Gold is here too, except it's the game version, not the actual character. He's not here. His actor's here, but the character is not. It's just a game version, and it is a really cool fight. And then we have like a Megazord fight, which of course is a double because he summons one of the ships from Kyuranger, which I found that to be interesting. The fact they bring a ship from their series, and like nothing else. So you bring in the Kyurangers to fight this machine, and then of course after the whole thing's over, they go back to whatever they're doing, which I'll get to that next video. Amo goes back with the Zoologers to do probably follow-ups for them, and XA does whatever. And the kid who appears in this movie, he never returns ever again. Of course, Shakurata Third, he does appear again. Yep. I would say it's an interesting movie. It's not as good as the first two. I had a lot of fun with the first two movies. This one, I did not have a lot of fun with this one because, well, it felt like a video game movie. And my biggest overall problem is my lack of exposure to X8. Because this was the first time I see anybody from X8, like, oh, who are you? Like, X8, I watch it here. It seems like one of the characters looks interesting. I say one or two. Zoology is definitely something I'm definitely looking forward to watching. And so I've heard some people say, why wasn't that adapted for Power Rangers? Especially as the suits are perfect for Power Rangers. No, they choose not to adapt those for some strange reason. Don't know why, but they do. They never did it. Yeah, just like how this one's didn't either. Yep. Now, I will be reviewing this again later on First, obviously, with X8 because it makes sense to do it there, and also I'll do it again later on when I do Zoologer, just to cap off that particular series. But this is interesting, though, that this is the second time they've actually had a movie. These Sentai movies show up like a little way into placement wise, after a few episodes into the main series. The same thing also happened with Go Busters. Yes. And it's interesting, though, we only have 2 Go Busters probably the whole movie. Red Buster and Beat Buster. That's it. So some people put in a movie, some teams, we only have, get this, aside from the Cure Ranger, the only full Sentai team we actually have the entire movie is Die Ranger. And they're the only ones, because we have mix and match the whole rest of the movie. I thought that was really cool. They brought in the Die Ranger suits for this movie, and they just beat them pretty easily. But now I'm going to say this movie. Move on to something else with this one. Probably a while to come back to this one. So, basically, next view of this one, we'll be back to the main series. But before I move on to the, basically next few episodes, I'm going to watch some anime. First, basically, be Failure Frame. And then it'll be Case Closed. And it's back to this one. Okay? Next video. Bye.